Welcome to the Arizona Wildcat Show, brought to you by Fry's Food Stores. I'm Star Sports Editor Ryan Finley, here with Daniel Burke. Daniel, I was asking you off camera about Rich Rodriguez this spring, and you said he's not screaming.
Yeah.
What's gotten in him? Laryngitis, or is this a good team?
I think this is a good team.
Yeah.
I don't think it's laryngitis. I think, listen, I mean, there's still the occasional scream. I mean, it's still Rich Rodriguez, but it's such a different vibe than the one spring you covered under him and the two that I've covered previously. I think now they know what they're doing. The guys are coaching themselves a little bit. And if Anu Solomon makes a mistake, Anu Solomon's the first guy to recognize it, and he's telling Rich Rod. And it's just a different vibe. And I mean, you can really tell that the talent level, the depth is better. I mean, you can just tell that there's an understanding. And I think he has these guys understanding that, look, playing Division I football isn't all that fun. Mm-hmm. It's fun for 12 days, 13 if you're good, 14 if you're really good. Mm-hmm. But the harder you practice now, the more fun it is. And I think this team's embraced that.
Sure, you mentioned Anu Solomon. Obviously, all eyes will be on him. He was pretty good as a true freshman, trying to keep his job here as a sophomore. Will be pushed by, among others, Brandon Dawkins. Does he look to be the guy at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think Anu Solomon's the guy. And I came into the spring open to the idea that maybe someone could unseat him, but I don't see it. I don't see it. And that's not a knock on Gerard Randall or Brandon Dawkins. But I think Anu Solomon, to me, he looks healthier. He looks fitter. He looks confident. I mean, you look out there and he kind of looks like a senior the way that he's running the offense. So I just think Brandon Dawkins can be a really good quarterback. I think he still needs some time to develop. I think there's this myth out there that after one semester you're okay, you've learned everything and you're good to go.
Right.
It doesn't work like that. So I think he still needs some time. But no, I think Anu Solomon, I would be shocked if he's not their starting quarterback next year. Now, they play 12 straight weeks. He has a history of being hurt. Mm-hmm. When they get down to the goal line, do you maybe take him out so he's not taking some of those hits on those inside runs?
Yeah.
Maybe. So you might get creative and he might not play every single snap, but I think he's going to be their guy.
Anu Solomon obviously will be leading an Arizona offense that has to replace a couple of big guys. I mean, you look, there's going to be no Austin Hill for one.
Yeah.
Some losses on the offensive line. How does this offense look right now, and can it match last year's production?
I think this offense will be better than last year.
Really? Okay.
And I know that but I really do. I think their offensive line, even though they lost 3 starters, they could be better next year. And that starts with Freddie Tagaloa at the left tackle, who I think could be a very high NFL pick and could be one of their best players next year. I think receivers, they're better. Caleb Jones is better. David Richards is better. Trey Griffey's better. Nick Wilson's going to be more year more experience. I think, and based off what I've seen in practice, I mean, we had an open scrimmage last Saturday and went and watched, and they were moving the ball up and down. And those defensive coaches, man, they walked off the field and they were not pleased. So, I mean, the offense right now, I think has a chance to be even better than it was this year.
Keep in mind, while all of you were watching Arizona basketball, this guy was watching an open scrimmage. You may have been the only one there.
May have. May have.
Well, that's why we love him, Daniel Burke. That'll do it for this episode of the Arizona Wildcat Show, brought to you by Fry's Food Stores. For a guy who says it's football season in March, I'm Ryan Finley. We'll see you next time.
Try this matchup. Low prices and faster checkout. You can count on it at Fry's.